Hello and welcome viewers. Joining us is a very special guest right now, member of Upper House of Parliament, Brij. So welcome to Sansad TV and thank you so much for joining us. India launched this mega diplomatic outreach. You in fact visited countries like Malaysia, Indonesia, Japan, Korea and Singapore, exposing Pakistan's backed terrorism structure and machinery. Tell us about your experience.
It was excellent visit. When we visited these countries, first thing we told them that this is all party delegation. It is not a delegation of Bharatiya Janata Party. In my party, Mr. Salman Khurshid is from Congress. John Bittas is from Communist Party of CPM. And then Abhishek Banerjee from TMC. And our leader of the group is Sanjay Kumar Jha is from JDU. So this is all party delegation. We are democracy. We criticize each other if on issues, but when the question of terrorism come, if the question of nation concerned, then we are one. We are one. Our differences we keep aside, and we are here for our nation. So that thing was very good effect on those people. And in Japan, we explained them, they asked, especially the media, what is Operation Sindur? So we had a lady MP, Aparajita Sarangi, she explained about Sindur. Then yesterday I said, this is a Sindur. And I written a letter to Prime Minister to make a Sindur memorial at Besaran Ghati, Pahalgam. I told them, this is a very precious thing when a lady is married. This Sindur is more precious than diamond, gold and silver. So I told them what they did. They segregated the male members and they shot them in the presence of their wives and children. Nothing would be more shocking, more nefarious, more cruel than this incident. And what happened? They wiped out the sindoor of our daughters, our mothers, our sisters. Then that's why we operated, give the operation's name Operation Sindur. And one thing they liked, that our attack was very precise. They were impressed our technology. We told them that our target was only the terrorist organization and we demolished their 9 terrorist infrastructures. We didn't do it at once. PM gave it about 2-week time. Pakistan to respond. They didn't. And then we did this operation. And more than 100 terrorist infrastructure were demolished and about more than 100 were killed. And then Pakistan, they started selling our civilian population. They also tried to attack our army and air base infrastructure, and we have to retaliate. We damaged their 11 air bases, including the Noor Khan. When the Noor Khan air base was damaged, demolished, then Pakistan immediately they proposed for ceasefire. There is nobody from outside. As many people asked, the American president called you, then this happened. We said no. The Pakistani DGMO called out DGMO. Then they wanted a ceasefire and we agreed. Because our target was the terrorist bases. And we did that. One thing also, at Japan we said, we are the 4th largest economy surpassing Japan. And in 2 years, we will surpass Germany and become the 3rd largest economy. So India's target is development. Our target is 2047 when we want to become a fully developed nation. And for development, peace and tranquility is prerequisite. Prerequisite, that is. And that's what you want. And Pakistan, not only today, he is doing cross-border terrorism for about 4 decades. I told them some examples, like they hijacked our plane IC 814 from Kathmandu. They took it Kandahar for what? Terrorist Azhar Masood was released, and he is the man who was behind that 24th April 2025 killing. He was the responsible of Parliament attack on 30 December 2001. So, second, 26/11 Mumbai attack. We said we caught Kasab,
Yes.
Ajmal Kasab. He was given a fair trial in our country and he has been hanged. And recently we have got Tahawar Rana
Yes.
on extradition, and he has spilled the beans. He not only accepted his role, but even the role of Gilani, Dawood Gilani alias David Hadley, that it was planned by Pakistan, it was a Karachi project, and for the first time, the trained terrorists, trained by Pakistanis, they came by sea. They came by sea route and they attacked.
Yes.
It was for 3 days. We lost 170 our innocent citizens, including 2 IPS officers, Hemant Karkane, Ashok Kamte, and other ranks. So I said that there is enough evidence, and evidence for this. When you demolish their terrorist structure, the terrorists who were killed, they were given a state funeral. And in that funeral, you can see the flower presented by Chief of Army Staff, General Asim Munir. So this is a clear cut,
Absolutely.
their hand in terrorism. And also, one thing I tell, the mindset of Pakistan. I told them, I read them before them, the statement of Zulfikar Bhullo, the then Prime Minister of Pakistan, in 1965, after 65 war. I tell them not on their rally in Pakistan, not in a street in Pakistan, but in United Nations Security Council. He has said, we'll have 1,000-year war with India, we'll give 1,000 cuts to India. And Ziaul Haq, after Bhutto, he followed that and he said, bleed India. Under that scheme, they were targeting us for last decade. But when Prime Minister Modi came to power in 2014, and when they attacked our Uri and Pathankot base, we had a surgical strike. When they killed out 40 CRPF men in Pahalgam in 2019, we attacked their Balaghat air base. And now, when this nefarious, most ghastly
Yes.
incident on 22nd April, we had to demolish their air bases. So Pakistani, their mindset is bleed India.
Yes.
Because they can't direct fight you. They want this, did this cross-border terrorism. They want foment communal trouble in our country. But India is a mature democracy. Despite all these things, the Hindu and Muslim are living peacefully. And after removal of 370, now our Kashmiri brothers and sisters, they know what is a peace and what is they are getting when a peace is there in Kashmir.
Absolutely.
And when there is a lot of tourists coming in millions, then they did this thing, and for the first time, our Kashmiri and brothers, they rose against Pakistan, they rose against terrorism. That is so we came to Korea, and one thing, they were very much impressed, our precise attack, our technology. We only attack their bases, not a civilian population. And we told them in a clear term, we are a peace-loving country, we want development, we want you to unite against terrorism. Today we are suffering, tomorrow you may suffer. So that was our visit, was very successful, and we expose Pakistan at the world level forum.
Absolutely, sir. And these countries were very, very important as well. Tell us about your experience visiting these countries and exposing Pakistan.
Very outstanding experience, you can say, not excellent, outstanding. Japan, then Korea, Singapore, even Indonesia, and to some extent Malaysia also. So this was very fine, and they were impressed with one thing. Thus, these Indian politicians of different parties, they fight each other in the parliament, but when the question of terrorism against country, they are one.
So that is a very important message that we may have political differences at home turf, but ultimately when it is about fight against terrorism, we are all one. On that note, sir, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much for sharing your perspective and your experience with us.
Thank you. Thank you.
With camera person Sudhanshu, I'm Kriti Mishra for Sansad Television.